Well, hello, Mindscape artist. Candy here. I'm here to talk about the 3 things that you need to be doing while Uranus is in Taurus. A lot of the times when there are transitions taking place, I don't normally go into them because some people they either depend on it too much or they don't pay it much attention. However, this particular one sparked my attention because I was listening to Nina Simone and she was singing Everything Must Change. And I was like, oh my God, that is Uranus in Taurus. That's what's going on. Well, it entered in May 15th, in Taurus on May 15th. It'll be there for 7 years. And I'm just going to tell you what it's trying to teach you. Okay? Number one, Uranus is a planet that takes 84 years to go around your chart. Right? It's 7 years in each area of your life, of the 12 areas of your life. And when it visits, it teaches the lesson of letting go. Right? It is now in Taurus. Wherever Taurus is in your house, in your chart, you can look at it for yourself. And Taurus is all about creature comforts. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. Taurus is all about creature comforts. It's all about the things that you become attached to. It's all about money. It's all about security. It's all about like love in a way that brings security, not partnership quite like 7th house Libra, but more like this is comfortable, I'm going to hang in there with it. All right, it's comfortable. So, love, money, old pair of slippers, favorite chair, your favorite blanket, right? I always have this blanket, right? This is what I have when I'm sitting in my office and I rub on it and I do so. And I actually have, my Mercury is in Taurus, right? So I identify very heavily with Taurus because it influences how I think. So Taurian energy is influencing my mental process, right? That's what that means. Okay, so if Uranus brings sudden change to Taurus, which is all about security, imagine these two planets these two energies coming together, and Uranus goes and gets inside of the Taurus house and just causes all this change. Well, when you think about the fact that Uranus creates this change and that Taurus is about hanging on to things, one of your lessons is to first embrace change, right? So if Taurus is about being comfortable and Uranus is about change, then you know you're about to be a little bit uncomfortable. So Uranus rules Aquarius, but that energy also rules the circulatory system within your body. So when you're thinking about Taurus and the fact that Taurus holds on to things, it holds on to possessions, it holds on to relationship, it's a fixed sign. So it holds on to things. And it wants things to pretty much stay the same so that it can be comfortable. Taurus usually is an energy that wants to avoid pain. It's practical. It likes to think ahead. It likes to plan ahead to avoid catastrophes. My mother's Taurus, so I've lived in that energy. I'm Taurus, Mercury, so I understand that. I don't like surprises. I like for things to be, So I get it. I get it. So when we're in relationships, what happens is when we become dependent on something, whatever we become dependent on does one of two things. Either we squeeze the life out of it, or it squeezes the life out of us, right? Or both happens. And when you're squeezing like the life out of something, like you're squeezing it, and you're telling it, whether it's a job, whether it's an idea, whether it's a relationship, and you're telling it how you want it to do and what you want it to do because you want it to make you feel comfortable. You want it to be predictable. You want it to match the idea and the reality you have in your head. What happens is you squeeze the life out of it, and then you put your life into it. And when you put your life into it, it mimics back and mirrors back you. So you think that it's functioning. You think everything is okay. You think this job is secure. You think this relationship is secure. You think this idea is secure. You think this house is secure, you know. And this false sense of security will continue to feed you as long as you feed it. And you carry on like this, and carry on like this, until Uranus comes and shakes it all up, and breaks you apart, and pumps life back into here, and makes this entity responsible for itself, and pumps life back into here, makes this entity responsible, and their circulation comes back, and everybody operates interdependently with their own systems, their own minds, their own thoughts, their own destiny, their own path. But yet they're still connected. And it teaches you that you must shift from codependency to interdependence. That's the second lesson. You must shift from codependency to interdependency. You're still connected, but you're allowing this circulation to take place between you. So Uranus rules the circulatory system in the body. It causes things to flow. Uranus pumps this circuitry that forces things to flow. All right. Well, what happens is when it meets Taurus, which rules the throat, the thyroid gland, which rules growth, development, metabolism. It rules the nerves around the vocal cords, right? So, you ever heard of a sluggish metabolism? Well, Uranus can come in and speed that up, right? But if you shut that off and you hang on to things in life, your metabolism literally can become slow. Which is why when we're trying to tell people about weight, weight brings on weight. So the way you think can literally slow down your metabolism. Very, very, very interesting how it happens. So imagine there's a recorder playing in your mind about what you think makes you secure. And it plays and it plays and you believe it and you act in it. It attaches to neurons, and then these neurons attach to your muscular system, and then you begin to act out everything that's being played. This is how addictions start. Codependency starts, right? You're actually embodying this message. Now, what happened was that when that message got embedded in your subconscious, you attached the feeling of this works, it's secure, this is comfortable, this is good, right? You locked it in. Once you did that, even when that thing no longer served its purpose, was working, was secure, was benefiting, you still was believing the subconscious recording that was playing, and you're still acting it out as though it is so, right? So Uranus comes in, shakes it up, makes a shift, and breaks it up, okay? Now, you have free will. You have free will. You can either stop the movement, which is the third thing that Uranus in Taurus is teaching you, is to keep it moving. Keep it moving. Whenever you're no longer circulating, what happens? Blood pulls up, you swell, things get clogged, clots are created, and everything malfunctions. When that circulatory system is off, everything can be off. Right? So, keep it moving. That's the third thing. Embrace change. Shift from codependency to interdependence. And keep it moving. Now, when you don't keep things moving, you will continue to be drugged by the energy, meaning that you're holding on and life is still moving. You're holding on for dear life, and life is dragging you. It's dragging you. And those who love you, those who are close to you, they'll see this happening, and it'll look uncomfortable to them. And they'll say, hey, that you need to let go. That's not working. It's the bus is taking off. The train is leaving the station. The plane has flown away. Why are you still holding on? You're paying attention to the recording in your subconscious, and it's telling you that this thing is still here. It's still functioning. It's still good. Uranus is here, and Uranus will literally break it off. And when you resist, you lose something very valuable. But if you go with it, you lose that which is no longer of use, and you gain something very valuable. See how that works? So you can't get stuck on a past experience that is no longer serving you in exchange for something new that's here to serve you and move forward or upward. You're going to go down. You're going to go down. Now, there's no judgment about going down. Some people, that's the lesson that they're here to learn. And they may die learning that lesson. That if you continue to stay stuck, you die. If your blood it ceases to circulate, you die. Imagine if your circulatory system stops working and your heart doesn't get the blood that it needs. Do you think you're going to live? As above, so below. If Uranus, which is the circulatory system in your chart, is halted by you, that area in your life will begin to die. Am I making sense? So when you see that area getting gangrene, losing its color, getting infected, and then eventually you lose that area, you wonder what happened. You stopped the circulation in that area. And therefore, It had to go. Okay? So, now that we've made the connection, as above, so below, think about the song Nina Simone sang, everything must change, right? Nothing stays the same. The young becomes the old. I'm going to play it. I'm going to put it in the group. But I want you to really think about that in your life. You don't have to know astrology. Just think about the area in your life where you sense a major change, which shouldn't be hard through this quarantine. Many of us have had changes in our jobs. We've had changes in our finances. We've had changes in our families. We've had changes in our relationships, right? And at this time, everybody is thinking about what needs to go, what needs to stay. It is in your best interest to allow Uranus to change, shift, and move. And you just allow. Just chill. Let it happen. But in order to do that, you got to remain conscious. You got to know what's happening. You got to believe that it's going to be okay. You got to understand that it doesn't need to be fixed. It's going to work out. Very important. So remember that everything that you hold on so tightly to will be shaken and shifted and changed. So it'll be from the things that you like, to your money, to your relationships, anything that you've become addicted and attached to. So if you don't allow it to be changed, shifted, or shaken, then you will be shaken. You, the very core of you, will be shaken. This is again going back to shifting from force to power. When you're in your power and these changes come, you will not be shaken. You will not be shaken. Which is why I was inspired to go ahead and do the course from force to power. Very, very important to know how to move from force to power. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're in force mindset, when Uranus comes to shake and change and shift, you're going to be getting drugged by the bumper while the car is taking off, because you're going to be forcing that car to stay even though it's pulling away. Okay? Just imagine that. When you're in your power, you have a knowing that you are not that car. You are not that which you are trying to hang on to. You are not that. I am that I am. That's it. I am that I am. I am not my relationship. I am not my job. I am not my money. I am not my religion. I'm not my belief. I'm not any of this. I'm not my children. I'm not my parents. I'm not my house. I'm not Greensboro. I'm not North Carolina. I'm not COVID-19. I am that I am. And the most important thing that you need to be concerned about is staying connected to that I am. If you stay connected to that, it does not matter what happens. It does not matter what Uranus comes to move around and circulate. It doesn't matter. So you have to know this. And if you need help learning how to get there, click on the link. I'm providing this so that everybody can have access to that place. Very important. So the universe is teaching you how to unattach yourself and reclaim your energy and give that which you have enmeshed with back to its own energy. Do you understand that? Like, that's so powerful. That spoke to me just now. That spoke to me. The universe is here with this placement to teach us to unattach from that which we've enmeshed with, to reclaim our energy, and to give that which we have enmeshed with back its own energy. Wow. Somebody need to say, wow. Wow. I mean, mind blown. I'm going to stop here. I don't think I can handle much more. But remember, embrace change. Shift from codependency to interdependence. And keep it moving. If you want to understand how to move from force to power, please click the link that I have in the description. And guess what? Fill out the form and I'll send you the information. In the meantime, reconstruct the world by reconstructing your mind. I know you can do it. Bye.